This is Amanda, and I'm here to talk to you today about the human energy system. And before we get into that, I just want to talk a little bit about the different parts of our body, kind of the different pieces. So a lot of times we talk about body, mind, and soul, or body, mind, and spirit. That's kind of a coined term that kind of just gives this holistic view of who we are as a being, okay? So, of course, first we have the physical body. You have all the physical organs, the pieces that are tangible, the pieces you can see and touch in your body. And then next we have the emotional part of our body, which is just, of course, our emotions that actually have a lot to do with the health of our physical body. If our emotional state is not that great, then our physical state tends to suffer in all of these different areas depending on what emotional states are not in balance in our system, okay? So the other piece of this that we can't see is the human energy system. And I want to tell you a little bit about the human energy system today, and I want to talk about the parts of it and just give you a general overview of what that looks like. Now, when I tell people a lot of times that I do energy work, some people kind of look at me quizzically and say, well, like with electricity? And I say, well, no, and I explain what I do, and I explain working with the human energy system. And I've come to understand that a lot of people just don't maybe understand the concept of that or haven't been around it a lot. So I wanted to give you an overview of it today because all of the premises, all of the work that we do here on Your Soul Tribe and in Your Soul Tribe has to do with the human energy system and what that looks like in your life and how taking care of your human energy system takes care of your emotional body and your physical body. So let's start. We're just going to go down the list, first of all, of the major pieces of the energy system, and this is just an overview video, so we're just going to touch on all these pieces. So first of all, we have the aura. Now the aura is, most people call them layers. That's not exactly true, but they start inward and they go outward. And these are typically the colors that are associated with the aura. This isn't actually black, but this is a whiteboard and it's a white layer. So, but here's red, which is associated with the root chakra here. This is orange here. This layer is associated with this chakra, which is the sacral chakra. This is the, this color is yellow. It may be kind of hard to see, but this is associated with the emotional chakra here. This green is associated with the heart chakra. The blue is associated with the throat chakra, the purple with the third eye chakra, and this black, because I didn't have a white marker that would show up on here, is associated with the crown chakra. And these next are the chakras, and these are your main 7 chakras down the middle of your body here. Now, when we talk about the aura, people say, well, it's layers, but actually the physical body layer, which is the densest layer, that's the red here, that's actually present in all of these different layers. The orange is present in all of these different layers, but as you go in towards the middle, the energy gets more dense and more dense until you come to the actual physical body part that we can see and touch and all of that. So that's kind of how the aura is comprised. And as we go in, like I said, the layers get more dense. These are very fine layers out here. The chakras, there are 7 main chakras that most people have in their body. And these are energy centers that draw energy in and exchange energy out, in and out with the universal energy field. And that's what we draw into our body, okay? So this is the main 2 parts that most people think about whenever they think about the human energy system. And this really does help run our physical body. This is kind of what we might call the soul. Another name for this is the human energy field, okay? Which is, you know, when people say I see an aura or something like that, this is what they're talking about on the outside. Now, it doesn't always look like this. This is kind of the classic representation of an aura, but most people have different colors in different parts of their aura depending on their physical health, depending on their emotional states. All of that determines what colors are where in your aura. And I'm not going to get into what colors mean what this time, but that's just, this is just what a, the representation looks like. Okay, so meridians. Meridians aren't as pretty as the chakras in the aura. In this drawing, they're kind of hard to draw, but I just drew a few of them here so you can kind of get an idea. Meridians are from Chinese medicine, and the idea is that you have these channels of energy running through your body, okay? And along these channels are acupuncture points. And acupuncture points are actually tiny little chakras that are drawing in energy. They balance energy coming in and out of our bodies. And if you've got these going along here, and if any one of these is blocked energetically, it can affect the whole thing. Okay, so this whole thing can be affected whenever one of these channels of energy is stopped up. So if it's stopped up here, it's going to affect the whole thing. It's kind of like kinking a hose. It works the same way. So you can have deficiencies in different organs that run through, different points that run through different organs. If it's kinked up here, you can actually have issues, in other parts of this, of these meridians. So it's kind of interesting. Another piece of the energy system is etheric chords. Now, this is kind of an interesting piece because it's not something that we just automatically have in our own energy system that's us. Etheric chords are usually attached to chakras. Let's say you have an etheric cord coming out of your heart chakra, and you have a person over here that you have a relationship with, okay? And here's their heart chakra. You're gonna have a connection chakra to chakra. If you're in love with that person, or if you just really care about that person, you can have connections to other chakras as well, okay? Depending on the type of relationship, depending on what kind of emotions are involved with the other person, that's going to determine where the etheric chords are and what kind of energy is being exchanged between those etheric chords. So this is an overview of just a general picture of the energy system, and I hope you learned something, and I'll see you next time.